From the what? From the what? Don't leave us like that. Generic Control in the Doc goes. We're here back with some more Game Theory FNAF videos. Today we're doing the secret Afton, which it says family reunion, which I'm guessing Gregory, or this is a theory about Gregory being related to Afton and being a part of the family and the crying child or something like that. Apparently people actually think he is a robot, which he talked about in the last Game Theory FNAF video. You can check my reaction to that video. I'll leave it right up there. Also gonna link down below in the description. Also gonna place my channel with all them other Game Theory reactions, or Game Theory FNAF reactions, going in chronological order. And once we're done with that, I'm gonna do other things like the Minecraft game theories and stuff like that. Also, 30 minutes after the video go live should be the new death battle with Stitch and Rocket, which I didn't know which one was Lilo and which one was Stitch, so that's going to be an interesting death battle. And then after that, we're going to have some 3 edits. I'll also be live streaming today at 5 p.m. playing some Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. Absolutely insane, but I've only ever played the first FNAF game at the time I'm recording this. That might change tomorrow, because tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm going to be doing a crazy live stream, and I think I'm going to play FNAF, either Sister Location or Security Breach. So I'm not really sure which one I'm going to play, but if I play it, I'll probably make a video out of it, and you'll see me lose my mind at donations from the birthday live stream, which is going to be insane. Apparently, people have been threatening to break the live stream with donations, which is crazy. So thank you so much to everybody that's going to be giving stuff on the birthday stream, and everything that supports, or everyone that supports my videos and everything. Shout out to the patrons, because they get the videos day early and allow me to not have a paywall on channel. I'm completely against paywalls. I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay, and I hope I can make your day a tiny little bit better. So I might play Sister Location, might play Security Breach. If I do, it'll be a video on the gaming channel that goes gaming. So, but let's go ahead and jump on into FNAF, the secret Afton. All right.
Gregory, do you see that bit of green spinach in your teeth?
Okay.
Ever heard of Fortnite, Gregory?
Fortnite? No, don't floss. Oh, floss.
Gregory.
Oh god, but yeah, at this point, I'll probably play Sister Location or Security Breach.
I'm gonna let you guys have this one,
and I'll
see you next game. I
See
always come back, and you know the bit.
I always come back.
Did we just win?
No, we did not.
You out-cringed him. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do Security Breach or Sister Location, or it's gonna be...
Hello, Internet.
I wanted to have fun on my
Game
birthday.
Theory, the show that's proud to pick the nerdiest option available.
Anyone that picks Monty Golf is just a nerd.
Why?
Woo, Gator Golf. Joke's on you, Mark. Fazcam is OP. Plus, being a nerd allowed me to discover the secret
Fazcam?
daycare
What?
room and Sister Location room. So who's the nerd now?
Oh, dude, I don't know if I want to... Oh, nerd.
Me. It's
Yeah.
still me. Last time we
I mean, you
dove
graduated
into the
from
time
Duke.
travel ball pit that is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, I walked away with some, let's just call them divisive conclusions. Basically,
Apparently,
it was an episode with 3 separate
people didn't like
theories
the last
packaged
video.
together. We proposed one, that Glamrock Freddy wasn't just your average sentient animatronic, but rather was possessed by the spirit of Michael Afton doing everything he can to
Fine.
protect Gregory. This one was generally well received. So cool, let's
The
get
Robo
going.
one
Why
is
would Michael
one
protect
people
this
don't
random
like,
kid?
I don't
Well,
think.
because 2, Gregory, whether literally or symbolically, is Michael's younger brother, FNAF 4's
crying child,
crying
which-
child. I started to lose people at this point.
Yeah.
It was really theory number 3 that threw us for a loop, because
Was that
there's
it was
a
a
good bit
robot.
of evidence in both the game and in the history of the
Get out of here,
franchise to
puppet.
suggest that 3, Gregory is a robot. The crying child's consciousness literally transplanted into a robotic body sometime after he dies in the bite of 83. Oh,
I don't
and
think
there
people like
were
that
a
one. Apparently
lot
people-
of
some people
strong
still believe
opinions on
that.
with some people really liking the theory.
I like how
and
there's
others,
the stupendium.
not so much. Suddenly
You've
I was
always been
flooded
on
by
Twitter,
people saying
or
that
they
I
follow
had
me on Twitter,
rushed
my
it
bad.
out just to ride the trend, or that it was my dumbest theory ever, to which I say no, Deadpool is Ernest Hemingway is my dumbest theory ever. Closely
What?
followed by Wario being 10 feet tall. Anyway, the
Why-
outcry was so huge that I
Dude,
ended up trending on
the
Twitter
Lakers are gonna
because
get
of
him.
it. You know, didn't get much better from there.
Ah,
Weird
Twitter.
side note, later in the same week I was trending
your
again
fireworks,
because
it's
a group
because
of
July 1st.
performers juggled to the song
Canada Day.
Megalovania during an event for none
I'm in
other
North Carolina.
than the Pope. It only took 5 years, my friends, but it looks like that Steam code I gave him for Undertale finally paid
Wait,
off.
I'm sorry, he gave it the Pope
Anyway, like I
Undertale?
said,
I've never played
a lot of
Undertale. I might
heated
stream it
opinions
after
on
the
last
Resident
one,
Evil
with Twitter
4 remake,
basically boiling
which is
down
after
this
Portal 2 co-op.
18-minute-long 4,000-word theory down to this single image. So, yeah, thanks for not including literally anything else from that last video.
Yeah.
So before we get to the next theory all about
That's
Vanessa,
Twitter.
let me just address some of the biggest counterpoints I saw to the previous theory. Not because I'm convinced I'm right, far from it in fact,
Yeah.
but because I think that the Gregory is crying child theory currently fits the best
it?
with everything the game is
Maybe
presented to
he's
us thus
just supposed to be
far. First,
symbolic
one the key
of the
pieces
crying child,
evidence
or
last
maybe-
episode was this line right at the start of the game where Freddy says to Gregory,
I feel you are broken.
this, to me, was a clear connection back to the crying child from FNAF 4 where
Maybe he's a
psychic
new
friend
crying
Fredbear
child.
says to him, you are broken. I mean, kind of speaks for itself. It's a parallel that's made stronger when you
you're
actually
broken.
remember how that line gets delivered back in that game. There was really no way of knowing back when FNAF 4 was released, but thanks to a secret room found in Sister Location,
God,
we
Sister
know that
Location.
psychic friend Fredbear is actually a plushie with a walkie-talkie inside of him. A walkie-talkie that allowed William Afton to scare and manipulate his youngest son. Father of the Year, ladies and gentlemen.
Because
Also know that
the story in the
throughout
book,
FNAF 4, all of
kid
William's
in the
lines
hospital.
use the color FFFF57.
Oh, and then
a
it
bright
changes.
golden yellow. Golden bunny, golden yellow makes sense. But the iconic final lines of "You're broken"
Is
I will
in a
put you
different
back together
color, a different
actually
shade
use a
of
different
yellow.
color, a lighter yellow, FFFFA0. Back then, we never really came to a satisfying explanation. Was it a mistake? Was it another spirit? Was it
Were we
maybe
sure
the
if it was?
puppet? But now,
Get out of
7
here.
years of investigation later,
7
we know for
years?
sure someone else is indeed talking here. Someone who, in Sister Location, is mistaken for his dad. Someone who turns purple just like his dad.
I don't know why people
Someone
are setting
who
off fireworks
can't
on July
die
1st.
like his dad. And someone who had the lines immediately prior apologizing to his kid brother, but when that didn't get through, decided to try comforting him.
We are
through
still
the
your
voice
friends.
of
I
his
don't believe
best
you.
friend. It's Michael Afton, represented by a lighter color of yellow, a color that symbolically connects him
Maybe
back to
the
his
Aftons
father.
are yellow,
In short, we
maybe?
have Michael
I don't
Afton
know,
in
when they
FNAF
talk.
4 saying the line "You're broken" to his brother
Could
through the
sound
voice
similar?
of a Fredbear plush. And here in Security Breach, if we're right about all this, we once again have him saying the same line, "You're broken" to his brother through the voice of another Freddy.
Interesting.
This time Glamrock Freddy. I personally think it's a really cool narrative connection between all these games. But a lot of people were quick to point out that there's dialogue in the game files that was cut from the final release, where
Oh?
Freddy says that Gregory is bleeding. Specifically, he
Oh,
says,
well.
Your arm is cut badly.
And-
I am detecting blood. You are injured.
for many
Thanks.
people
Thanks for telling me.
disproved that Gregory's an animatronic, and I actually have two things to say about that. First,
What?
when I've
How to
used cut
detect
lines
it.
of dialogue in the past, the internet has in no uncertain terms told me that I can't. But now apparently it's
Oh.
okay.
Oh, now you
Kinda
can? Oh, because it
inconsistent
fits
there,
their
guys, and
narrative?
Honestly, I think cutting it, regardless of the reason, shows that it didn't fit the final creative intent of the game. But anyway, if that's the
Mm-hmm.
case, then I gotta bring this line up. A cut line of dialogue discovered by GB Aura Recharged in the game
At
files.
Reddit.
This one is Freddy saying,
Gregory, I know why you're not in the customer database. I remember you from the...
and it cuts off.
From the what?
Obviously,
From the
it's
what?
vague. It's kept
Don't leave
very
us like that.
intentionally vague. But it also shows that Gregory is special in a way that the other disappeared kids
That's
aren't.
such a cool
There's
fact.
a reason he's not in the customer base. He's from
Why is he a Band-Aid if he's a
somewhere
robot?
specific that Freddy knows about. If I were to guess, I'd say like the underground pizzeria, but you know, that's just me hypothesizing. Adding to the Gregory is special idea is the
I'm
fact that
special
Chica
today.
knows his name. She calls it out in the middle of the pizzeria.
Oh.
Strange detail for a kid who supposedly has no records in the
Yeah,
system.
and
Secondly, and
hesitated
I hate to be the
with his
bearer of bad news
name.
here, but in the books,
Oh,
'cause
God, the
everybody
books.
loves when I go back to
Uh-huh,
that,
yep.
animatronic children do actually bleed. They can also cry
Huh?
and feel cold. Heck, they
Is it
can
an
even
illusion
feel
thing?
hungry and eat. And you don't even have to go to the books for that one. You can
Oh,
just see
hello.
it with Chica's pizza obsession in Security Breach. So to tell me that a robot child can't bleed, yeah, I think you gotta really look at the franchise that we're
No.
talking about
Yeah, that's
here.
fair.
And for
Yep.
everyone who is confused about the timeline of Crying Child still being alive and the fact that he would be older at this point, that wouldn't
Time
actually
traveling
be the
ball
case.
pit
Animatronic
because-
children
yes.
in the books stay at whatever age they're built to be. Charlotte Emily actually
did
had
he
4
escape?
separate versions of herself built, one for each stage of her life. So that way she could grow older, but she would just assume a new animatronic body each time. So Crying Child still being young would actually make more sense here. And to everyone saying, why would he say stuff like,
Maybe
Don't
he's
want to
Scott.
be crushed and twisted into a meat pretzel.
no, again, Charlotte in the books is shocked to learn her true nature in the final chapters. Her consciousness had been grafted onto a
It's not a
childhood toy
micro
while she was
SD.
alive, and after her tragic death, had been placed inside of her robot body to function as her
A nesting
memory.
doll.
So for all she knew, she was just a normal human being just like anyone else. Is it dumb? Yeah, I'll say that it is. Is it
That's not me.
complicated?
I had a childhood.
Yeah, absolutely. But is it giving us insight into the rules that Scott and everyone who touches this universe operate by? Yes, it undeniably is. Lastly, for everyone who spammed my feed with pictures of sad white white boys in striped shirts saying that you had found the crying child. Thank you for your
That's
help on
funny.
covering the lore. I get the joke.
That's funny.
All white boys with brown hair and striped shirts are apparently the crying
Yep.
child. But remember what series we're talking about here, friends. Visual design details have always been an important part of figuring these games out.
feel like it's
Take a
not
look
the
at Baby.
same
During Sister
person.
Location, she has green eyes, but when you play her minigame, she has blue ones. At least until she kills Elizabeth Afton, who, lo and behold, had
Yoink.
green eyes. Superficial design features like this help us to connect the dots. Are they the be-all and end-all of evidence? No, but they do help support an argument. So a little brown-haired boy in shorts with a shirt and 2 stripes seems sus.
Yeah,
Have
Among
you
Us.
ever heard of Among Us, Gregory?
Speaking
No.
of eyes, for all the complaints
guessing
about the
that
last
was a YouTuber.
episode, no one seemed to have
Or
any
fan-made.
answers to what I see as the 2 strongest pieces of physical evidence here. Why does Gregory look different when Freddy gets Roxy's X-ray eyes?
You look different to me.
And secondly, why
Because
does
you can
Gregory's
see it.
vision glitch when he sees Vanny? Why does he have
I don't
such
know,
a
why is
weird
Vanny not
visual
in a hurry?
reaction to her and to literally no other character in the game?
Oh, God.
You hear that high-pitched ringing sound as Vanny skips and gets closer?
Okay, maybe I shouldn't play this game, because this game sounds
It
terrifying.
seems to be a disruptor that makes her invisible to animatronics
Is this
with
location
older
better? I don't know.
eyes.
Oh,
in the
God.
fire ending, Freddy, who couldn't see her at any point in the game,
That
explicitly
stream
says,
VOD's gonna be
See
crazy.
now, I have new eyes.
I mean, this is exactly how the much-hated sound illusion discs from the books work,
Ugh.
creating a high-frequency sound to make people and robots
fireworks
invisible and
crazy.
or look differently, but I'm already fighting a losing battle over here, so I'm just gonna gloss over that one. Anyway, to me, it reads as
Pick your
Gregory's
fights.
robotic eyes being disrupted. I mean, why have CRT lines over the screen and not some other type of filter to show
Because
that
we're
his
still
vision
looking
is
to a
getting
camera or
disrupted?
something?
In
I don't
fact,
know.
why have the same CRT lines as the security cameras all around the Pizzaplex? But there's one final piece of evidence I'd like to talk about to help solidify that previous
But
theory.
if he was a
before we
camera,
move
wouldn't
on.
LED
And
lights
that
do
is
the
the
thing?
screenshot here of the final scene from the Savior ending, where you rescue Vanny from the control glitch trap. And I use quotation marks here because there aren't any official sources giving names to the various endings. In the game files, they're just labeled as S1, S2, and S3 based on the number of stars that you get for them. It is worth noting, though, that this is the only 3-star ending that currently exists, which seems to imply that it has some level of importance to it. But here we see our 3 main characters, Gregory,
sense.
Freddy, and Vanessa, all sitting on a hill, which, as I pointed out last time, is very similar to the FNAF 6
Yeah, it looks
gravestone
very
hill.
similar to
But
that hill.
That's not what's important here. What I want to point out is the ice cream. Gregory is holding a golden Freddy-shaped ice cream with part of its head bitten off. If Gregory is not meant to parallel back to the crying child in any way,
Well,
shape, or form,
he's supposed to
then
parallel
this
back,
detail
obviously.
is just mean and irresponsible. This ice cream is the crying child's story coming full circle. He was terrified of animatronics and ended up being bitten by the Golden Freddy spring suit, but now he's the one sitting on a hill taking a big old bite out of Golden Freddy. That is not
right in the
me
head.
reading too much into this. That is me lightly interpreting a very clear image that was put directly
For a
into
reason.
this game by the designers.
For a
it is
reason.
barely even subtle. And despite him wearing a blue shirt in most of the endings, here his shirt is colored purple.
Okay, that could just be lighting.
Like his father's signature color. Couple that with literally everything else. His lack of records, the fact that he goes into the charging station. So I stand by my theory that Gregory is an animatronic of the crying child. Is it
I really
a
don't
perfect
wanna play
answer?
these
No.
games.
Do I love the fact that it complicates the lore?
Just thinking
even
about playing it
more?
tomorrow.
No. But does it answer the most questions with the evidence that we have? I believe it does. And it's a heck of a lot better than Phasgo.
Yeah,
But now,
Phasgo.
4 pages into this episode, let's actually stop to talk about Vanessa, shall we? Last episode, I made a passing statement about how
fireworks
this
crazy.
final image felt to me like the
Definitely
3
illegal.
Afton children getting reunited. Crying child, Michael, and Elizabeth Afton. William's daughter that done got scooped by Baby
Scooped.
back in Sister Location. It's a scene that, to me, feels like the narrative finally giving them a sense of closure after they quite literally die as a result of their dad's evil deeds. Last time, I briefly made mention of Vanessa's blonde hair and green eyes, which is the same as Elizabeth. And here, in this ending, we actually see 2 scenes of her wearing the signature Afton purple. Even the ice
all
cream
because they wear
cone, as
purple is a
opposed to
little
something
weird.
like Gregory's
could just be the
novelty
lighting.
pop, is a potential callback to her death, where Baby delivered an ice cream cone to her before she did the scoop. And when you look at the connections
she took
between
the
these 2
bait.
characters, it's more than
There's
just
a cherry
a
on
couple of
top, though.
visual similarities. The
never
biggest
had a cherry.
secret in Security Breach right now is a series of 16 retro CDs, invisible collectibles that only Freddy can see, hidden in every obscure
Did they
corner
not
of the
see?
game's map. Then, to play these things, you actually need to have also found the secret sister location room that we talked about last time. Now, these CDs are, they're problematic. They open up
They
a
are.
whole separate can of worms. They're recordings of therapy sessions following two
late.
separate individuals, patient 46 and patient 71. The exact identity of patient 46 is a theory for next time that will absolutely launch us into yet another flame war, but early in patient 71's tapes, we learned that it's actually Vanessa speaking.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you feeling today?
These
Wait,
are
she's
recordings from
speaking to
therapy
herself?
sessions that Vanessa had while she was at the
somebody's
job
talking
for
to her.
the FNAF
They
AR
recorded,
game
okay.
special delivery. She mentions speaking to a man named Lewis on several occasions, and we discover that she's also buying fake fur, both of which are things
Fake
that
fur.
we see in emails from FNAF AR. In the
Yeah.
last of Vanessa's
being
recordings,
very
she's
weird.
leaving that job for a new job somewhere else, most likely the job of security guard here in Security Breach.
I'm needed somewhere else now.
But let's start with
Oh.
the good stuff, shall we?
Lord
In Vanessa's
Nuggets, I'm
second
pretty sure
tape,
it's
you learn
potato
about
chips.
a custody battle that happened between her parents. Her dad won using manipulative tactics, forcing his daughter to falsely testify.
Your dad made you follow instructions, didn't he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your
you
dad
say
didn't
mum?
play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court.
In
After
court?
losing custody of her daughter, Vanessa's mother, well, here's what the tape does.
I know your mum
Do you?
after she lost the custody case.
It glitches, implying that her mother ended her own life, which would explain
Wow.
why Mrs. Afton is missing from all the games, and why she may have wound
Ballora.
up being rebuilt as the motherly Ballora in sister location. A robot that, wouldn't you know it, sings about her inescapable depression now that the walls of her house are empty.
God, how many times have we heard that voice line, the song? The amount of times I've heard that. Oh, she's big
We also
sad.
hear Vanessa lines like this.
Oh, you like those? Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets in the offices here for years.
Huh?
Vanessa likes flowers. A small detail, but you know me, small details could often be the biggest evidence. Who else do we know in the series that has an affinity for flowers? Well, think back to FNAF 4. Remember this random empty bedroom with a huge portrait of a flower on the wall?
Which was Elizabeth, yeah.
Elizabeth's room before she got scooped.
Which we figured.
Then you have Vanessa lines like this.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
Now,
That
this
sounds
might
like
be
me.
a stretch, but I believe it's referring to when Elizabeth got scooped by Baby.
Scoop.
Her dad had repeatedly and
told her to stay away
warned
from
her
Baby.
not to go near Baby, but she
Ice
didn't
cream.
listen. And in doing so, she ended up getting herself trapped inside the animatronic.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch your show too.
What show?
I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful.
Are you?
Vanessa also says in her tapes that she doesn't like dark basements.
I have a craft
Does
space in
anybody?
my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
It's another line that seems to be
Oh.
pointing us in the direction of Baby, who was trapped underground for years in Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals, looking for a way back to the surface.
I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go.
And to put one final nail in this coffin, right back in the second CD, we actually learned the name of Vanessa's father.
I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill,
Really?
right?
Bill?
Bill is short
Will.
for William. That's just the game trolling us with a
Yep.
coincidence, right? Wrong. You see, going back to FNAF AR, we learned that Vanessa's last name begins with an A. From
Vanessa
there, we can
A?
connect the dots. Bill A, William Afton. But didn't Baby burn at the end of FNAF 6? Well, yeah, she did. But you see how effective that
Yeah,
was.
burning doesn't
How are
work.
you not dead? I mean, to be fair, the thought that burning him is going to work is stupid because
He's a
people have
robot.
tried to burn him to death no less than 3 times in this
Yeah.
franchise.
Definition of
Spoiler alert,
insanity.
it doesn't work.
He always
Here's
comes
the
back.
kicker. At the end of the game, we meet the Blob, a
The
weird
Blob?
tentacle monster made up of all the original members of the series.
How?
FNAF
Why?
1's Chica and Bonnie,
Who's in
FNAF
charge of
2's
this?
Mangle, Sister Location's Funtime Freddy, a random endoskeleton crawling out of the bottom, the puppet mask without tears, I might point out, and Baby's face. Now, don't get me started on this being Baby's original face and not Scrap Baby's updated look where she came back to FNAF 6 in. I have
Terrifying.
words about that. Anyway, look
What
at them all
even
here
is
on
this
screen.
game?
You notice anything strange? Most of the animatronics' eyes are lit up. Funtime Freddy, Chica, Mangle,
Yeah.
even this random endoskeleton at the bottom. But now take a look
I'm
back
pretty sure
at
it's a
Baby's
Foxy.
mask. The eyes are blacked out. So although
Why?
the Blob has absorbed Baby's body during the burning down of Freddy Fazbear's
Does he
Pizza
run off
Place,
her
her
soul or
spirit,
something?
the spirit of Elizabeth Afton is no longer present. It is unaccounted for. It is on the loose, and as such, potentially at large within the game. Is she, in some
So
way?
the other ones
Yes,
are
and if
collected,
so,
and
how?
hers
The
isn't.
truth is, I don't know. This game has got my brain in so many knots, I might as well be a sailboat. I don't think there's any evidence to support any conclusion at this point in time. But I do know that this is what the evidence is heavily pointing us towards. The design similarities, the missing spirit, the purple color, the ice cream, the voice lines, the personality traits, and again, the narrative theme of 3 Afton kids reuniting and moving on after a traumatic past. It gives everyone
And
this
one of them
nice
being
full
like that,
circle ending, even if it's only meant to be symbolic. And the screen really does feel like it's the end. Finally.
It does.
For
I don't know
these
what the
3
next game would be
characters.
like.
Maybe next time we'll finally see some new faces. So enough about
Will
them.
we?
We're moving past those 3. There's
I don't know if
still
I want to play
other
this game. This game
mysteries
looks
that we have to
stressful.
solve here. What happened to Glamrock Bonnie? Who is patient 46 and why are they here? What's the deal with that room full of post-it notes? Yeah, you forgot about
What?
that one, didn't you?
No, I didn't know it existed.
It's important. And did you happen to notice the other missing animatronic from this game? Because I certainly did, and I think they might be hiding in plain sight. So
Oh,
next time
what?
we get to cover some
Maybe
mysteries
the next
that
video, I guess.
don't require us talking about dead characters getting rebuilt into robots.
Yeah.
Scratch that. We're
Don't do
talking
that
about
one.
William Afton.
Yeah, do
It's
that
kind
one.
of unavoidable at this point. Oh, this franchise is so ridiculous. Anyway, next time we're gonna sweep up a few other mysteries as we try to make more sense out of the game that quite literally threw everything against the wall to see what would stick. Speaking of things sticking on walls,
Oh,
why don't
God.
you spice up your decor
Oh,
with
display.
some 80s-tastic magnetic posters that
Is that a
stick on
song?
your walls with today's sponsor, Display.
It's literally a
Today's
song.
time-traveling ball
Shout out to
pit to revi-
Display. I am hopefully buying a house soon, so maybe I need to decorate. I might use Display. I can't play that just because massive music corporations like to copyright claim the song the minute the video goes live, and then I have to mute the entire audio for the video, so it just makes a worse video because they want to play reindeer games. I have no problem removing the song from the video, but then you're just sitting there watching a silent video, and I'd rather not do that. So, so that's, I think, this is basically just a follow-up video to, apparently the last one got people all kinds of in knots, like, they did not like the last one. Apparently people still think Robo Gregory is a thing, which, I don't know, it hasn't been debunked yet, so maybe there's some merit to it. I don't know the bleeding thing, I don't know the books, and just, does any of it make sense? I don't believe he's the crying child. I don't know, maybe this is all literally just them telling the same story over and over again. The characters just play different roles, or played by different people. It's same characters, different actors, in a way. Kind of, you know? Like, there's always a kid with 2 striped shirts that, it, like, I don't know, maybe it's just like an alternative ending, or alternate universe, or how the story's told in a different way. I have no idea. I look forward to the next one. Hope to see you there. Patrons get a day early. I'll be live streaming today from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You should definitely check out the Duck Goes Gaming, because I'm pretty sure that I'll be uploading the gaming video from me playing FNAF on my birthday. I don't know why. I want to have fun on my birthday, and somehow I got convinced to play FNAF, so yeah, that's going to be a fun time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching, but until next week, take care, and cue the music.